You saying before Bobby introduced me to him, or you saying or after?
Outside of him, because you said you met him through your cousin. So like y'all obviously growing your own relationship.
I met him through my god brother, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and so he was addicted to pills, you know what I'm saying, pills or whatever the case may be. I had access to him. I always been a hustler. It's my past life. I don't sell drugs and nothing like that no more. But that was the only relationship that I had with him.
This is what the interviewers ain't asking him. Why would Cornelius say you mastermind? Why would he say that? You too. Found bound with y'all on, gang. We back with another one. Back with some No Jumper content. If y'all did not know, No Jumper has been interviewing Hernandez, Govan. No Jumper really been going crazy, like from the news to the interviews. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say Adam got his mojo back, but Adam probably on to something. You know what I'm saying? Adam getting all the big interviews. I ain't gonna cap. I think a lot of that is shouts out to Remo. Adam got a great employee when it comes to Remo. And Remo probably got some pull over there, No Jumper. I honestly don't know. But Adam interviewed Hernandez Govan, right? And they asked him everything up under the sun, bro. Everything up under the sun.
We've just seen so many Ricos where the star rapper, the young thug of the situation, or the Lucci is like actually ordering stuff, never mind driving people around to do stuff. And like when you look at Gotti, it's kind of like, oh, I feel like you're someone who you've seen the game, you've been watching it play out for all these years, and you don't want to end up in that situation. So you make sure that you stay very far away from any kind of street shit.
Yeah, for sure. He his upbringing was, I guess it served him right, and I guess in certain, instances, he seen it all at an early age, so,
I thought you said you didn't know Yo got it, bro. I ain't gonna count Hernandez Govan. He's not like dumb to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? But come on, bro. I mean, we all know you knew Yo Gotti. If you knew Juke, you knew Gotti, straight up. But I don't know Yo Gotti from a can of paint. I ain't never been around Yo Gotti at all. But his upbringing was very, very like, or you may be saying you believe what Gotti say. Maybe that's it.
I think if I want to correct me if I'm wrong, I think his mom went to prison, federal prison.
Bro, we don't know them yo folk.
Maybe one of his aunts or something like that, or whatever. So he always been around, and he knew the streets at an early age. I'm sure, because it's right there. So I'm sure he know the do's and don'ts. He probably learned them sooner than a lot of other people did.
So you are forming this relationship with Juke and everything, but did you have a relationship with Dolph prior to this, or how well did you know him?
I mean, me and Dolph didn't have a relationship where I wake up on the phone and call him, hey, what up, bro? What you got going on? And pull up on me. It wasn't nothing like that. It was if I had some good weed in Orange Mound that they didn't have necessarily access to at that time.
But when it came to that 100 bands, none of that mattered. You were like, Dolph who? 100 G's. And y'all gonna sign drop? Yeah. We gotta get him.
In Castalia, there's been times when he's called me and I've called him when he's had a certain grade of marijuana or strand that I didn't have. And so yeah, we've done those type of transactions for sure. And,
okay.
Yeah, and like I said, Big Daddy O, the leader of Paper Route, good dude.
Hey, that's who y'all better watch out for.
Personally, been in them rooms hustling all night with, doing what we had to do.
But so are you thinking like by aligning yourself with Juke and Straight Drop and this sort of CMG side that you're naturally going to kind of become at odds with PRE and Dolph? Or are you thinking like, I'm just doing business, so I'm not going to really be seen as being...
Yeah, it was more so, because I never was interested in getting... I ain't want the fame that came with it. I just wanted my name on that contract where I get my percentage.
Right.
I don't want to be Damon Dash.
Why not?
None of that.
Why?
I just wanted to be able to take care of me and my kids for the rest of my...
How much money bro, founders fees ain't really like that, bro. What the hell? What? Cause I dig what he's saying. He's saying he ain't even want to take part in the paper route CMG beef or none of that, even though we can tell by just listening to him talk. He's team CMG all day. You feel what I'm saying? Big Jook was his homie all day. You feel me? But like a founder's fee, like you don't eat off of a founder's fee for the rest of your life, bro. You smell me? Like, so kids, don't listen to this. Whatever you want to be the best, be the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down.
Life and generate some wealth and income for my kids and their kids. So, you know, that was my plan.
Founder fees wasn't gonna get that, my boy.
I ain't never wanna be on Vlad. I ain't never wanna be on no jumper. And I'm a big fan of the show. You know what I'm saying? Follow it for sure, because I'm a hip hop. You know, I come from the era, so.
But some people end up in this position, and some people, the whole goal is to become a media personality or to do enough beefing or enough controversy that they could end up on a show like Vlad or No Jumper. You were just trying to do business, make some money, and then you ended up in the situation where people like us wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, correct. You know, and at the same time, you know, I always been, I who don't like money. And so, you know, if it's a situation where I could potentially capitalize off of negativity, then I'm going to do it, you know. So I've been seeing a little, you know, backlash and people saying things about my channel, my YouTube channel, which is at quickpicks.com. And so, you know, they can be upset or whatever, but at the end of the day, I feel like if they was in my shoes, they would do the same thing, you know.
For sure.
It fell in my lap. I didn't go looking for it.
For sure.
Or whatever, so, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because you're like famous for something that you didn't do and that you weren't found, that you were at least not found guilty of. But it's like, inevitably, like some percentage of people are going to view you as essentially taking credit for the charges that you beat by doing media, talking about all the charges that you beat. It's kind of like a tricky role for you to be in, huh?
Well, yeah, for the ones that think like that, I think they should, you know, maybe watch the Vlad interview. You know, I ain't never been a goofy to take credit for something that I played no parts in. I absolutely
I mean, gang, you ain't taking credit for it. You know what I'm saying? But you for sure politicking with the idea that we think you were the mastermind behind the Dolph hit. You know what I'm saying? You optimizing that, bro. You monetizing that. You feel me? So, nah, you ain't going. You like, why would you say that? Why would you? You feel me? Why would you come out and say, yeah, I'm the mastermind? But you do drop little hints and you do say little things to let us know, like, I beat a body. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, like, you can't beat a body unless you killed somebody, if you did.
Positively didn't have anything to do with the murder of young Dolph.
I call Cap.
I'm gonna give you an example, and I ain't get this to Vlad. I've been in the streets a long time, right? I think you could say I probably jumped off the porch maybe when I was maybe 16 or something like that. I was gambling before then, but I wouldn't necessarily call that jumping off the porch. I started getting money, started like dealing drugs maybe when I was 16. And with that being said, I was probably, when Dolph got killed, I probably was maybe, 41 or some shit like that. I mean, I've been in the streets a long time. What idiot, you know, gonna go on a drill, conspire to kill someone as famous as Young Dolph and agree to park the car across the street from his house?
First of all, bro, let's address that, bro. My boy, you didn't agree to park nothing. They panicked, bro. They panicked. We all know that. Dolph brother blicked back at them. They were hit. They panicked. Your job probably was to get rid of the car before the people knew that the car came over there. You say don't park it in the yard, park it across the street. Come on, Govan. This shit ain't far-fetched, my boy. You just had a great attorney, bro. The street know not only do the street know, the YouTube streets know. Come on, man. Like, stop acting like it's impossible.
Like, some shit just don't make no sense.
That is not what you do. You burn the car, destroy the car.
I've been on the street.
He was supposed to do that, Adam.
Years plus.
That was his job.
Everybody on the street. From the older people, the younger people, everybody.
This thing, bro, they couldn't drive the car to the horse pillar. Hell nah. But they needed to go, or they needed some help. You feel what I'm saying? Or did they even go to the horse pillar? I don't know, man. But I do know that in certain situations, bro, people do panic, and especially when you're dealing with dumbass criminals like Straight Drop, Cornelius junkie ass. He probably asked them, man, why the hell did y'all bring the car over here, boy? They said, car, man, we gotta jump in another car. We need you to hurry up and go get rid of the car. But he didn't do it in time. Or he may have thought, like, ain't no way somebody gonna think I got something to do with this in that car parked right across the street. But we think you got everything to do with it. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell y'all why I believe that he actually was the mastermind. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why would I park the car across the street from my house where I sell drugs?
You're saying that that's something that some knuckleheads who did this might do, but it's definitely not something that you would have. If you were a part of the conspiracy,
ain't no way.
You would have told them to do it a lot smarter than they did.
Even if
that wasn't the plan, gang.
Or didn't.
That wasn't the plan, though.
Ain't no way that car coming back across the street from my house.
It wasn't.
All right, let me ask you about
you heard
this.
what he said? Coming back. See, man, come on, man, coming back. Coming back. Come on, Govan. Go at this point, bro. You might as well just come on out and say, "Hell yeah, man! I put the whole play together. Jook had 100 bands on the big dog. I tried to kill every last one on. He had 100 bands on the big dog. He had 50 on Key Glock, and he had another 50 on the rest on. The only one he didn't have no money on was Big Daddy O. But the rappers, he wanted them gone. You know what I'm saying? And I put the play together to get them gone, so I could pick up a $200,000 bag, bro. And them dumbass criminals. They didn't do it right. They didn't do it right. They messed it all up.
So when the shooting did happen, the white Benz went viral, and we seen pictures of it outside of I guess people was calling it a trap. So you saying that was your home outside across the street was where you was living at?
That's what he just said.
Well, the yard that the car was found in.
Yeah.
My spot was directly across the street from it. So,
and that was such a smoking gun when that information came out that we were like, oh, now we know exactly how this situation played out.
Yeah, you know, and you would think that, especially if you don't know the dynamics of my street that I grew up on.
Yeah.
Like, I had a god brother at one point named Bobby Carter, and he's deceased now. That's how I met Cornelius, through him. He brought him around. And with that being said, Cornelius was on that street before I was even released from prison, you know, based off of, you know, Bobby. You know, he had a pass to be over there on the strength of Bobby. So he didn't need me to be on the street chilling or whatever the case may be. So when the car was parked at that location, if you don't necessarily know that he had a relationship with Bobby prior to me, you don't know. The only reason you think he might park that car on the street is based off of me and his relationship. But he was on that street before I even got released from prison, and that was with Bobby.
But why?
You knowing?
So Bobby told him to park. Like, what are you saying, gang?
Both Straight Drop and Cornelius. Why would they park that car there?
Yeah, exactly.
If you just had to guess.
Exactly.
If what was reported is true as it relates to him being shot, I just think they panicked, maybe.
This what they told him, gang.
He said Justin was shot, grazed as well
in the shoulder.
This what they told him, gang. This is the reason they told him they parked the car over there, gang.
You know, if
come on,
just coming off a drill, a high profile drill like that, both of y'all shot. I just think they panicked and wasn't thinking. You know, that's the only sense I could make of it. You know?
Man, you know they told you that shit, bro.
Because they shot multiple music videos. Straight Drop had multiple music videos in that same yard of the house. So everyone was like, why would you?
Well, I wouldn't say multiple. He only
at least one of them.
He had one.
All right.
And, yeah. And so, you know, with that being said, if you got a video that you shot in the yard, you just made more sense of it, Remo. Why would you park the car you just killed Dolph in the same yard where you shot a video with? That's
Cause you were supposed to get rid of the car, Govan. You were supposed to trash the car, bro. But you set them boys up to take the fall for that, bro. And honest to God truth, I don't think you got no 100 G's, but I believe Jook set you straight, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro.
panic. That's the only thing that I could think of. I done been in them situations before, you know, so it's like everything happening fast, you know, so, you know, and it definitely wasn't a conspiracy, because if it was, they would have had something better than that, you know.
Outside of Bobby, what was you and Cornelius' relationship? How did y'all start getting around each other and build a better bond?
You saying before Bobby introduced me to him, or you saying or after?
Outside of him, because you said you met him through your cousin. So like y'all obviously growing your own relationship.
I met him through my god brother, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and you know, so he was addicted to pills, you know what I'm saying, pills or whatever the case may be. I had access to him. You know, I always been a hustler. You know, it's my past life. I don't sell drugs and nothing like that no more. But that was the only relationship that I had with him, you know.
This is what the interviewers ain't asking him. Why would Cornelius say you masterminded? Why would he say that? You smell me? Why?
Come over, buy pills. You know, he might buy weed every blue moon or whatever the case may be. He just started calling me big bro for whatever reason. I guess just on the strength of Bobby. But if it wasn't for Bobby, I wouldn't even never met that dude. I mean, he's a bum. I mean, a junkie. Like, I would have never had no type of dealings with him, period.
Cornelius probably in his cell like, I'm gonna kill him.
Because I did hear you say on Vlad. So all right, so you and Jook had the meeting with Straight Drop.
So being a longtime Red Sox fan and always wanting to sit on the Green Monster, to your surprise and to my surprise, they weren't that expensive.
And during that time, or during the meeting, Cornelius happened to walk up to your house and knock on the door. And he actually told you, he was like, you heard this out here trying to kill Gotti. But you said you didn't want to bring that to Jook's attention at the time, so you just disregarded what he said. And I guess, I don't know, maybe you served him.
Where you heard it from, Remo?
On the Vlad TV interview you just did.
Yeah.
You said on the Vlad TV, when Straight Drop was there.
I thought you said, no, I ain't saying you lying. Yeah. You definitely heard it. I thought maybe you said, you got it out of Discovery or something like that.
No, I heard you say.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how that went. And, you know, to get Jook over to talk about some music, you know, was a feat in itself. Right. You know, Jook ain't gonna pull up in the ghetto for anybody.
Yeah.
And so when Cornelius, when I was approached with this, for one, I thought it was a lie, because I never heard of Dolph trying to do anything to Gotti at that point. I done heard of the shit the other way around. And two, Jook hadn't said nothing to me about no beef or Dolph trying to kill his brother. So why would I go back in there and bring up this weird ass conversation and take a chance on running him off from the potential business deal? I didn't want to take that risk.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking this is a nightmare because he might just get up and leave.
Well, yeah,
spaz out on the dude. There's all kinds of bad shit.
One, I'm thinking, this a pill head. He don't know what the hell he talking about. With me being so, I guess, in tune to the streets, I'm thinking I would hear that before he would have.
You would, bro.
And
we all would have.
I hadn't heard it at that point. I'm thinking, if I go back in here and say something to Jook about this, and let's just say, if it ain't true, Jook gonna be like, who are these weird ass outside saying this goofy ass shit? I don't need to be over. I might not need to be over here.
Yeah.
I might need to roll. So I didn't want to take the chance, and I ain't say nothing to him about it. I came back in, we finished talking about.
Hey, huge shout out to everything for.
Man, I think that's cap. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, he may be telling the truth, bro, but I'm gonna be completely real with y'all, mob. I think it's pure ball cap. You feel me? You feel me? Like this cap. You know what I'm saying? But and the reason I kind of think Govan lying, and kind of the reason I know Govan actually beat the body, is cause Jook, like, why would Jook send Cornelius and straight drop to unalive Dolph? Jook too much of a boss than that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying the whole music meeting didn't happen, bro. They probably did talk about music. Jook probably did tell them this what you gotta do to get popping, this what you gotta do to get Gotti to know this shit, man. Cause I can't take him to Gotti and his numbers ain't like this. Gotti ain't gonna wanna rock with him. He gotta go put some. All that probably happened, bro. But I guarantee you, Jook told Govan, bro, I got 100 bands, 100 of them things, bro. Whoever get Dolph. Jook didn't care if it was Cornelius Smith or Smith Cornelius. Jook didn't care if it was straight drop or drop straight. Jook just wanted Dolph and them boys out of the way, bro. You feel me? Jook didn't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jook just was the money man. All Jook said was, here go the money. This is the play. Whoever, man, bro. Let me tell you something. Jook probably put that in the streets of Memphis. Bro, even Dolph said it, bro. Heard you got a hit on me, hope you got your money back. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no secret that CMG had money on Dolph. Now, did Dolph put money on Gotti? I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard. I believe if your Gotti got shot at, or if his Rolls Royce got shot or something, whatever he said, because he said that on the next clip or whatever. I think we would. Ain't no way somebody with the caliber like Yo Gotti got. Ain't no way that would have basically been held up under wraps and kept a secret. I just don't believe that. So I believe Cornelius, even though he a pill junkie, he all that. Why would he lie? Why would he say Govan put the play together? And like, what did Govan do to him to cause him to tell that lie? If this story, what Govan saying was true, I believe the junkie, the pillhead would have said, well, they was over there discussing music. Hey, I heard Jook had their bag, so I was like, let's get it. No, that ain't how it worked, bro. Jook told Govan, just like he told everybody else, I got a bag on Dolph. If you can find some crash dummies to go do it, then you got a bag. And that's what happened, bro. But Govan was just smart enough not to basically have really no evidence that Cornelius could link him back to it. Honestly, I believe Govan didn't even really talk to Cornelius like that. I think Govan actually talked to Drop. And he knew straight Drop wasn't gonna rat him out, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And not only was they gonna get that 200 for getting rid of PRE, I think Jook was gonna take straight Drop to Gotti and get him right. Look, Jook was already putting the plays together for straight Drop to get his numbers up. He did a song with Big Homie G. You feel me? Like all that, bro. After Dolph got killed, straight Drop shooting videos with the Bass Pro Shot, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on, dog. It just didn't work out the way they thought it was gonna work out, bro. And that's because they had a big ass rat, more than one rat. Even straight Drop brother, he was a big ass rat. They had a big ass rat, bro. And he told. And if he wouldn't have told, all of them probably would have beat the body. Because from that video, man, we couldn't see who did that, bro. The streets knew who did it. The streets knew before the police. I got a homie from Memphis was like, man, yo, CMG was behind that, bro. Straight up. You feel me? But Cornelius, ratting ass, he folded. He told. He was mad as hell because they ran off. They ain't giving but $800, bro. And he had went and did something to that man thinking he was going to probably get a 25 ball. So he told. You feel me? But anyway, mom, know how y'all feel about it though, man, in the comment section down below, man. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to sub it up. After y'all sub it up, make sure y'all ring that bell. After y'all ring it up though, make sure y'all hit all, man. Cause next up, man, we got to talk about some YouTube business. I don't normally react to YouTubers, man, but this Corey and Carmen situation, I gotta speak on it, so I'm gonna speak on it. You feel me? Mob life or no life, mob what no way, man. I know how we coming. OTM, we getting it straight out the mud. I go by done, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the net vid, folk. Let's get it, gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer, got a quarter pound on me. Hey, the trap doing numbers, the trap.